L570, Waterloo, Iowa. It's 90 degrees here, maybe 91, 92 degrees here in the Waterloo Cedar Falls area today. A lot of humidity too. I didn't quite have enough time to get the drone in the air before this guy got here, but much as he's slowing down, I'd say he's probably going to work the interchange on his way into the, before he gets into the rail yard here off to the east. He's gonna stop. Looks like he's gonna block the crossing even. He's still probably about, oh, maybe 8 cars over the crossing off to my west, Wagner Road. All right, he's back on the move again. He sat for about 5 minutes. Gave me enough time to get my drone up at least. All right, it's drone time. Hey, got an ICG bulkhead car there. Hey, pulled ahead a little way, stopped, and now he's doing it again, so he's got to be working the interchange. I'd say there's no westbound trains. He's probably the L571 already left for today. He must have dropped off the conductor, I'll bet's what he was doing there. All right, look at the CN L570 here in Waterloo, Iowa. That Reds Out Train videos here July 29th, 2025. I'm in Ackley, Iowa. Looks like I got the L570 pulling up here to stop and do some work. He just got done doing some work here in Ackley. They interchange with the Iowa River Railroad. South of here, there's an ethanol plant. Looks like the conductor's in the engine, so I'd say they're probably heading east to Waterloo, most likely. About on the motorcycle on this one, so we're in Ackley. I'll chase after him here eastbound here once he clears, and should be able to get ahead of him somewhere. There's 3 or 4 small towns on the way to Cedar Falls, then Waterloo. Pretty clean covered hoppers there. Not much for tags. There's a fresh tag. That's shaping up to be a pretty nice L570 here. Got some gonds. Old Wisconsin Central gondolas, pair of them together. Chase is on, Ackley, Iowa. All right, I'm here in New Hartford, Iowa now. I jumped ahead of this eastbound CN L570. He's humming right along. flying the drone, barely a lick of wind. All right, eastbound CN L570 out to New Hartford, Iowa. All right, well, I got ahead of it. I couldn't believe it. I just left New Hartford, now I'm in Waterloo, Iowa. The L570's just pulling in here. He may be stopping here, slowing down to work the interchange possibly. Strange to see clean cars, no writing on most of these. Pretty fresh paint. Yeah, just getting to be about sunset. It's a little bit after, it's about 8:15 or so here. Concludes the chase of the eastbound CN L570. Ended up in Waterloo, Iowa. Yeah, Red's Iowa Train videos here on July 30th, 2025. I'm just east of New Hartford, Iowa. I'm waiting on the CN L570. He's getting close. Meanwhile, we got some cattle hanging out in the creek, cooling off.
Mile 298.2. Westbound.
That'd be the L571. It's heading west. The L570 and 571 both met in New Hartford, so the detector you just heard is the L571. All right, get some train action here pretty soon. All right, here's our eastbound CN L570, just east of New Hartford, Iowa. Pretty good spot to fly the drone here. I got a pretty good line of sight here. And I'll get into the trees here pretty soon, but got a lot of fields for now. Side angle. And back to that drone. Yeah, getting into the trees over in there. I'm not going to try to fly in there. That train will be boxed in there, so. Had a bunch of anhydrous ammonia on there. Yeah, a bunch of clean cars, no tags. CN's got quite a few of those lately. I'm sure they'll get painted up soon enough. You gotta get around that big tower. It's a railroad tower, whatever it is. Like a PTC tower or something. All right, that's the eastbound CN L570, just east of New Hartford, heading to Cedar Falls next. I got the drone by that towers, and just off to the side of it, so we'll take a quick shot of the antenna there. All right, look at a tall railroad tower.